everyone, it's Susan Jones and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to take a little bit of time to share 5 of my favorite morning meeting greetings. Now I love morning meeting in the classroom. It is such a great way to start our day, to sit together and kind of just connect as a community before we start our day academically. The first part of the morning meeting is the greeting, and it is my favorite part of the day because it is when we get to look at each other, make direct eye contact, and actually greet one another using each other's name. It's not too often that we get to say hello to every single person in our classroom, and I want to make sure that our students are addressing one another and treating each other with respect. And this is a great way to kind of lay that foundation from the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and share 5 very simple to use greetings that you can use this year in your classroom. Let's go. Since I said they were simple, the first one, number 1, is just a very simple handshake. Now I taught first grade, so not many of my students had actually been taught how to give a proper handshake. And again, when we do that proper handshake, we are doing it with eye contact and we are saying their first name while we say hello. So they use their right hand, they do a nice firm handshake, and they just pass it around the circle. During our morning meetings, we were always sitting on the ground in a circle, usually sitting crisscross applesauce, so it was easy for us to all maintain eye contact when we were saying hello. There are plenty of fun morning meeting greetings out there, but again, sometimes a simple handshake, or we will switch it up and do a fist bump or a high five. Some of those are just the simplest way to start our day without needing to really make a whole hubbub of the morning. I don't know what hubbub means. I think I made that up, but whatever. For some more fun ones, we have Stinky Feet. My students loved this one, probably because it was called Stinky Feet and they got to take off their shoes. So everybody in the circle would go ahead and take off one of their shoes and place it in the middle of the circle. Once they have done that, they will sit back down, and then you just start by calling a student's name. They will stand up, go to the circle, and grab any shoe they want that's not their own. They will pick it up, find who the owner is. If they don't know who it is, the owner just says, "Oh, that's mine." They bring it over, pass them their shoe, and say good morning, and give them direct eye contact. And then whoever got the shoe just goes to the circle and picks another shoe, and they continue on and on until all the shoes are back to their rightful owners. The next one I love is called dice roll. Now I'll usually use a jumbo dice. I can't find mine right now, so this little tiny one. You'll get the idea. It's just a dice. For this one, everybody stands up in a circle and I will start. So I will go ahead and roll that dice. 5. And all I have to do is, starting with the person next to me, I just count off over to 5 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoever I land on, I walk over to that person and I can choose how I want to greet them. Maybe I want to do a handshake or a high five, a fist bump or some bow, something fun. As long as I just say hello and I'm greeting them, I can say good morning or hello, it's up to you. And you say their full name while remaining eye contact. Once I have already said hello to that person, I actually go and I sit down back in my spot where I was, and that person goes ahead and they roll the dice, and then they count on, and you keep going until once everybody's been greeted, everyone will be sitting down by the end. Next is the 2-minute hello, and for this one, all you need to do is grab a timer either on your watch or you can put it up on a smartboard, a countdown timer, and students will know that they have 2 minutes to try to greet everybody in the classroom. Now, 2 minutes is not a crazy fast amount of time, so I emphasize that they don't need to be running all over the room, but like most of my morning greetings, they're just saying hello to one person. So for this one, they're really trying to say hello to as many students as they can. And again, they'll just stand up, mix around the room. For this one, I like to have them spread out and give each other some space and try to greet everyone. And lastly, another greeting that I love to add into the mix is the global greeting. This one I really like because it gives students a chance to appreciate and learn about other cultures from around the world and learn the different ways that people greet one another. And at the beginning of the year, I definitely like to find out where my students come from, their cultures, their backgrounds, what languages they speak, so that way they can always be included in the global greeting. So when I'm doing the global greeting, I will usually put about 5 different ways that you can greet each other on the board. And then as a class, we walk through all the different ways that you can say good morning for that day, or you can greet one another. There are so many different languages you can use to do this. You have hola, bonjour, ni hao, but there's also some other very different ways that people greet one another that you might want to share. For instance, my students loved learning that in Tibet, there used to be an old ruler a long time ago who was very evil, and he had a black tongue. So a lot of times monks in Tibet, still to this day, will greet you by opening their mouth and sticking out their tongue. By doing this, this is their way of showing you that they are not related to and they're not like the evil king. It's a way of saying I come in peace. In the Philippines, they have a gesture called mano, where they are really respecting their elders, and their elders are giving a blessing to those who are younger. So when somebody younger greets an elder, they will often bow towards the right hand of the older person, and the older person will take their hand and they will put it on their forehead. That's their way of saying hello, and like I said, it's a sign of respect for the elders and also a blessing for those who are younger. And in both Thailand and Japan, when you greet one another, you're supposed to bow, but you're supposed to do it differently. So in Thailand, when you bow, people usually put their hands together like this, and it is a slight bow when they say hello. And in Japan, when they greet one another, they also bow, but they put their arms straight down by their sides, and they bend at the waist. And it's generally known that the deeper the bow, the farther down they go, the more respect is held for that person. That is just a very small sampling of some of the different ways you can teach your students how to greet one another during the global greeting. Like I said, I think it's really important that you take the time to get to know where your students are from and get to know their backgrounds and cultures so you can introduce more of those ways to greet one another into your own classroom. So there you have 5 different morning meeting greetings that you can start your day with this upcoming year. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more ideas, activities, and games. In case you don't already know this, every single Sunday I upload a video called Susan's Sunday Spotlight, and that is a free game or activity that you can take and use in your classroom right away. So while you are here, also make sure you click that bell. That way you get an email every single time I put out a new video. See you later. Bye. Easy morning meeting greetings for you to share this. Ugh.